Back in the day, you had to be squeaky clean to perform at a casino. But that's not the case anymore. Now, if you can sell tickets, it doesn't matter what you do up here, they want to book you. But back in the day, there was only a few people who could pull it off. And I was fortunate enough to be one of those people. So I remember I got booked to perform at a casino called Morongo in Southern California. And I'm backstage with the booker, the lady that hired me for the function. And she goes, so, no cussing, right? I go, no cussing. No filthy material? No filthy material. Good luck out there. And it was just me. I didn't have openers. It was just me. It was a voiceover on this freaking speaker, right? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome comedian funny man, Gabriel Iglesias. And then I walked out there, right? I offended the entire audience in 5 seconds. And I did it without cussing. Freaking 22-year-old kid goes up on stage, looks at the crowd and says, hey everybody, is this a regular casino or is this an Indian casino? You see how you all know? I didn't know. I didn't know because I didn't have TikTok to teach me. What I did have was a life experience that I'll never forget. As soon as I said that, the entire front row, which comprised of the tribal members from the casino, they all stood up, and one of them called me out in front of the entire audience. Hey, you don't say that anymore. The proper term is Native American. Please show respect. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. And I felt horrible, and I was so embarrassed. Fortunately, I had a second show at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock hits, I take the stage. I didn't need to be told 1,000 times that I messed up. That one time of me getting shamed in front of the entire audience was all I needed. That's why I'm a firm believer in shaming. I think shaming is good. Shaming is good as long as you shame with purpose. If you're about to teach someone a valuable lesson, I say go for it because it worked for me. I got shamed one time. Second show, 10 o'clock, I took the stage. Ooh, it was different. I was like, before I get started, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the Native Americans who are here tonight. Thank you for this opportunity to perform in your casino. I hope you enjoy the performance. I thought I was good. All of a sudden, another tribal member in the back jumped up and he's like, hey, drop the American, just say Native. Okay. That stayed with me. That was powerful. That was scary. Next time I did a casino, first thing I said was, I would like to acknowledge all of the natives who are here tonight. And then someone yelled out, we're indigenous. Fuck me. That's 4. With time, I got a chance to perform all across the United States. And then I get my first ever show in Canada. Ironically enough, at a casino. It's a casino we still perform at called Caesars in the city of Windsor, Ontario, right across the water from Detroit, Michigan. I come to find out the hard way that in Canada, it is a completely different term for describing the people originally from that land. The proper term in Canada is actually First Nation. I didn't know that. I was so nervous being in Canada, I said Native American. Like, hello, I'm not even in America, right? Freaking stupid, right? Pendejo, I know. Fortunately, someone pulled me to the side and they told me what was up. I was lucky that I had a second show, 10 o'clock. I take the stage and I'm like, before I begin, I would like to acknowledge all of the First Nation people who are here tonight. And then some guy yells out, call us Indians! This guy in the front row was like, they're not Indian. Canada's always been an adventure. There was one show that we did at the same casino. Anytime now we perform outside of the United States, even if it's next door in Canada or Mexico, Martin's first question to the audience is, do we have any Americans in the house tonight? Because no matter where we perform in the world, there's always a handful. So that night, Martin takes a stage and he asks the question, do we have any Americans here tonight? Not knowing that earlier in the day, at that same casino in the Grand Ballroom, there was a end-of-year holiday party from an American company from right across the water in Detroit. And they were having this end-of-year celebration, and they were there pre-gaming since noon, partying it up. And I guess the party planner for the event thought it would be an amazing idea to end their party with laughter. So this person bought all of the tickets to my show that night and gave them to that company. Well, 7 o'clock rolls around and everybody stumbles in, takes their seats, and then Martin walks out and he asks the question, do we have any Americans here tonight? And instead of getting a yay, woo, right here, he got, they were so drunk they started chanting, USA, 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 USA. I'm in the dressing room, I'm hearing this, I'm like, why are we here? We could have done this in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I had to fill out paperwork. I'm like, this is not cool. So during intermission, Martin comes backstage and he tells me, bro, I don't know if you heard. Oh, I heard. You might want to mention it. I go, oh, I will. So at some point during my performance, I told the audience, so a little bird told me that there might be a couple of Americans here tonight. Is that true? Sure enough. And they started doing it again. USA, USA, USA. And then it got quiet and you could hear, America. I said, ladies and gentlemen, do you understand what just happened? We just made history. And people in the front row got their arms crossed. They're like, what are you talking about, history? I said, we just made history. Who would have ever thought you'd see the day where thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Americans would cross a border to see a Mexican. Thank you for 27 years of supporting this Mexican. Miami, los quiero mucho. Muchas gracias. Have a good night. Stop by. I figured first, let's go pick up some soda, some drinks so we can surprise them. So we get to the market. As soon as we walk in the door, we see a whole pile of gift baskets. Martin goes, we should get him a gift basket. I said, Martin, G. Riley doesn't like gift baskets, okay? He doesn't like the fancy wine and the fancy cheese and the sausage. He definitely hates crackers. You don't even know why that's so funny. But anyways, I said, how about this, Martin? He doesn't know we're coming. Let's have a little fun with him. How about we make him a racist gift basket? And Martin goes, what's that? I go, you know, Martin, a racist gift basket. A gift basket designed to have fun with whatever race you're trying to mess with. Now in G's case, he's black. It was easy. Now I say easy not to be an ass. I say easy because there's so many stereotypes attached to African Americans. So we have this empty gift basket. What did we put in it? Fried chicken, watermelon, Kool-Aid, grape soda, barbecued potato chips, sunflower seeds, an Ebony magazine, a Chris Rock DVD called Bigger and Blacker, Magnum condoms, Newport cigarettes, a rack of ribs, the recipe for cornbread. We put everything but a white girl with a big ass in the basket. We wrapped it up really nice. We put a big bow on it and we took it to the hotel. We had the girl at the front desk deliver it to his room. Martin and I are waiting in the hallway where he can't see us. So she knocks on the door. G. Riley opens the door. She gives him the gift basket. He says thank you, closes the door. Martin and I run over to the door and we start listening to him opening up the gift basket. As he's opening it, he's getting excited. And he is enjoying every single thing he is pulling out of that basket. He is loving this basket until he realizes it's a practical joke. And then he freaks out because he read the greeting card. The greeting card freaked him out because now he thinks that the KKK sent the gift basket. Now some of you are like, why does he think that? Because that's what we wrote. If you're gonna do a practical joke, you go big or you go home is what I'm trying to say. So he freaks out and he tries to run out of the hotel room. As soon as he gets in the hallway, he sees Martin and I laughing, and he puts two and two together. So then he cusses us out, he forgives us, gives us a hug, high five, we go back in his room, and then I eat his chicken. What winds up happening is that story goes crazy on Comedy Central. People are giving him a hard time, so they pull it. Next thing you know, I upload it through YouTube. 10 million views it gets on YouTube. Then they flag it because the word racist is on the title, so it gets pulled off. So then I re-upload it, it gets another 10 million. Then I had people share it. All in all, the video's probably gotten about a little over 100 million views. So here's what happened. Just like the chocolate cakes, the diet soda, and the deodorant, before you know it, people started bringing me Mexican racist gift baskets. Now, when it first started happening, listen guys, I'm not gonna lie, it was actually kind of cute because it was only other Mexicans bringing me these quote-unquote Mexican racist gift baskets. It started in LA after a show. This one guy walks up to me with a basket and he's like, hey, what's up, homie? Got your racist gift basket. I said, we're the same race. Yeah, whatever. All right, whatever. I take it backstage and all the items in the basket made it to my house. There was a Mexican blanket with a tiger on it, a bunch of bottles of Fanta, bottles of sangria, Vicente Fernandez CDs, Mexican candy, pan dulces, sweetbread, mazapanes. Everything made it to my house. Now, the more East Coast we started traveling, and the more down south we started performing, the more creative the gift baskets started getting. Fast forward to Mobile, Alabama. Oh, it gets good. Earlier tonight, before we kicked off this special, my friend Martin was out here making a couple of announcements. One of the announcements that he made was, if you brought a gift, please hold on to it until after the show. Don't bring it to the stage. It could interrupt the flow of the performance. The only reason why he makes this announcement every single night is because of one show in Mobile. So here's what happens. I tell the entire racist gift basket story, the full 16 minutes, right? As soon as I finish, a guy from the back of the theater rushes the front of the stage. Now keep in mind, this area is full. In Mobile, the aisle was right up the middle. So the guy had a clean shot to me. He hauled ass like it was The Price is Right, all the way down. Much like tonight, there was security there that night. Security sees the guy with the basket, but no one thought to stop him. All they did was, that's pretty. Oh, that's nice, that's pretty, yeah. So the guy makes it all the way to the front. He takes the gift basket and he puts it on the stage. Now he's heckling me from where you're sitting. I'm standing here and he's like, Fluffy! What's up, dude? I got this for you. Thank you. Open it. I go, sir, we're kind of in the middle of a show right now. I says, I appreciate the gift. That's very nice of you. I says, but how about this? I'll open it after the show. Oh, come on, Fluffy. I want to see your face. Sir, how about this? How about you take the gift basket and you bring it over here to the side of the stage where security's at, and I'll have security escort you behind the curtain, and then I'll open it up backstage with you in front of me.